Lukey Bazookey, and I'm a minute late to my live stream, and I apologize. I'm ill prepared. I'm still getting set up. I was like, oh my gosh, it's 12:01. I was supposed to start a minute ago. Don't even have my tripod out. That's all right. I'm a professional. So I started with this live stream with a plan, but due to circumstances, plans change. Title says we're making folders. We probably will get to making folders at some point, but there was an issue where the print that we did on the folder, this logo, the letters all came out blocky, so it needs to be reprinted. So right now I'm just waiting for that, so I can't get started on it yet. But what I can do in the meantime is make some coffee, because I could definitely use some coffee. Set you guys over here. Perfect view of the coffee pot, but it's empty. We can't have that. So what's up out there? Happy Monday to ya. I'll make enough coffee for both of us, if that's cool. If I make it today, you make it tomorrow. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. What was the highlight of your weekend? Let me know with a little message down below. I think the highlight of my weekend, it was a good weekend all around, because on Saturday I did family stuff, and then yesterday I went to this Earth Day festival and I ate a bunch of cool food, so you can't beat that. I'm just gonna mute for a second while I run the faucet. All right, unmuted. Yeah, so ate a bunch of food yesterday for that Earth Day festival, and I actually have a bit of a talking point. So while I'm assembling folders, I got something to talk about that's related to that festival that I went to yesterday. I did the festival on a live stream, so you'll be able to see most of my experience there. I keep rotating the camera around, moving around the kitchen. Coffee filters. Give me a good old scoop of the ground browns. Hello, Thanos. Welcome to the live stream. Hello, happy Monday. I'm just making some coffee real quick. Look at that. Beautiful. Like to put a good heaping scoop into there. Don't worry, I'm making enough coffee to go around. Well, hello, Duball. Welcome to the live stream. Hello. Good to see ya. Happy Monday. Thank you, thank you. Welcome in. Hope everyone had a good weekend. What was the highlight? Tell me something good that happened this weekend. My elbow's right, my armpit's right in the camera. I'm just filling up the coffee pot. So now, coffee's brewing. I will be a happy camper. Wash going on, dear. Happy Monday to you also. Yes. What's going on? I'm just here at work. I'm making some coffee, and then I work at a print shop. So my job for today is to assemble folders. So here's what I'll be doing. I've got these pages here that fold in half. They'll be two-sided. Then on the inside, I need to attach pockets so that people can, put flyers in and use it as a folder. But before I can do that, there's actually an issue with these. The letters here, they came out blocky. They're not supposed to look like that. So it has to be reprinted. So I need to wait. The file is being fixed, and the other guys up front are going to reprint it. So I need to wait before I can get started on that. You ate chicken 65. What is chicken 65? You ate 65 pounds of chicken? Well, hello, Heisenberg. You must be, you talk about me or you must be talking about that guy. Hello, I hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. I'm currently at work. I got some other stuff I can do in the meantime. Oh, you're late. Okay. Well, goodbye. Thank you for stopping in, and we will see you next time. With Indian spices. Ooh. Oh, okay. Chicken with Indian spices. Yeah, that sounds delicious. I love Indian food in general. Definitely some like chicken tikka masala. Yeah, good stuff. Enjoy it. Yeah, that sounds delicious. There are a lot of Indians everywhere on the internet. Well, you guys have a large population, so it's weird having you guys around at this time though, because isn't it like pretty late? Maybe it's not that late. I don't know. What time is it for you? Let me know. Because right now it's just middle of the day. It's 12. It's noon. Most people are having lunch at this time. Not me. I'm not hungry yet. I got a couple of other jobs I can do in the meantime while waiting for the other one. 10:30 p.m. Okay, so it's kind of like the unwind hour. 11 at night. Yeah, this is when people are laying in bed, scrolling through their phones. And here I am. So, I got, these ones are just flyers that need to be cut down. That's a real easy one. Then I have a job that are like books that are going to need to be stapled. That'll take more work. I also have t-shirts to make. I don't want to use the cutter because it's loud, so I might have to make the t-shirts. But first, I'm going to fill up my coffee. Oh, the coffee's still brewing. It's almost there. This will be like my third cup of the day. I was drinking some earlier.
Here you go. All fixed.
Thank you.
That background image is shit. I tried to fix it, but there's no fixing it.
Okay, I figured the background
And
was one thing.
that's
but
the
that
that's
logo
the
was
same
kinda-
shitty image that they used on all the pieces. So if I fixed it on that, I would have to go back and fix it on all the other shit. And, well, like I said, there was no fixing, no easy fixing it. There's just not enough information there for AI to fix it.
Doesn't know where to put the pixels.
It turns certain things into blobs, so, and they'd probably much rather have a weird, jaggy image.
That's
than
at
a
least,
blob.
you can still kind of read it.
Yeah. So,
Alright.
but that was definitely an operator error. When I busted her file apart, because she sent it to us with the folder and the pocket all in one file.
Uh-huh.
And then when I broke it apart, apparently somewhere along the line it became
Okay.
unmasked.
Yeah.
So instead of characters, it was just a bunch of
Squares.
blocks. Yeah.
Well, thanks for doing that. All right. I got the reprint. How much money do I get from my job? I do all right. I don't know. It's, in America, there's such a big difference between like the richest people and the poorest people. And even just like your area, you can I make a good amount for the area that I live in. I'm not rich, I'm not poor. I do okay, you know. If I lived elsewhere, it wouldn't be enough money, or if I lived elsewhere, it'd be too much. But you know, it's just money is weird, but I do all right. It pays me good. It's IPL season for you, most competitive tournament for cricket. Okay, well, so okay, so you probably have cricket on in the background, and while that's going, you pull out your phone and flip through live streams. That makes sense. Okay, so we got the new reprint. So first I need to trim off the white edges. Then I need to put a score line going down the middle. Then I can fold them. Then I can put the pockets on. There's a few steps of the process. So let's start from the beginning. Set you up about right there. This is my cutter. It's going to be a little bit loud, but it'll be quick. I only need to make 4 cuts with this job. Nah, it ended early. Came here for you. Well, thank you so much. Sometimes the match is quick. Yeah, I guess it all just depends on who's playing. Some people are, if they're more equally matched, I guess it. I don't know much about cricket. I don't know how many players are involved, but I assume the more equally they're matched, the longer the matches drag out. Otherwise, if one person's clearly better than the other, then they're going to win. It's going to be a short match. All right. So I'm just going to trim the white edges off of this. It's 4 cuts. It'll be a little bit loud, but try to bear with me, please. It's at least going to look cool. I don't know what the best angle to give you guys is. Trimmed off the white edges. It was a 13 by 19, now it's a 12 by 18. Pitches and weather plays important roles as well. Yeah, that makes sense. You're in the retirement industry. Well, that sounds nice. I wish I was too. Ankit, is this the same Ankit from over on the Ride Home with Will? Hey, buddy. Yes, I wish I was in the retirement industry. You enjoy it. All right. That machine is what we'll be using next to put the score line in the middle. And it's even louder than the last machine I was on. See, like I said, I was all... this will be a folder. So right now it's like this. It's going to get folded in half like that. Then on the inside, I need to put like pockets so that when they fold it, it can hold their flyers and stuff. I'll show you an example. I thought I had more examples, but this will be a good example to show you. No, maybe not. All right. I thought I had pocket folders that I made previously. Essentially, I have these. I need to fold the flaps so it's like that, and then put tape on them. Then on the inside of the folder, I need to glue it in so that it's a pocket for, you know, holding papers and stuff. That's a pocket folder. You know, like you would use in school, hold your documents and that kind of stuff. Now I just made a mess. And yeah, I mean, I was all set up to where I wouldn't have to use any loud machines. I was just going to be taping pockets onto folders, but since it had to be reprinted and I was already scheduled to go live at 12, I kind of just had to roll with it. So now we're starting back from square one. And all right. So for this one, I have to get it aligned. So I unscrew a couple things. I can open this. I open that up to 12 inches. Put the paper in here to make sure it's square. And I have a ruler right here, and I have to make sure it's not crooked by aligning, you know, if it's 7.5 up here, it's got to be 7.5 back here. Actually, the most recent thing that I used this machine for was making raffle tickets. Those are the tickets that have the perforation lines where, you know, you can tear it across and it becomes two different pieces. I had to make sure to take the perforation wheel off of that. Otherwise, it would have, you know, it would have basically cut the paper in half. So I just got the machine fixed up. Now it should be almost ready to go. We'll start with sending a test piece.
Brown paper or something when I'm like got a quarter of a box that's empty, or no?
Yeah, we got some brown paper. All right, cover your ears. It didn't work. It didn't work because I forgot. We have to turn on the air compressor. It would have been turned on already, except this step of the job was already done, so it didn't need to be on. So now we have to wait again. Wait for the air to charge up. So what do we do while we wait? This whole day is falling apart. Just drink my coffee. Just drink my coffee and hang out. I wasn't meant to be productive today, I guess. So I can tell a story. There was something funny that happened over the weekend. I went to an Earth Day festival and I decided to live stream. Coffee keeps us going. Coffee runs through my veins. I went to this Earth Day festival and I decided to live stream the festival. So, for one, live streaming is still new to me. I'm still a beginner. I'm still getting comfortable with this. Normally when I'm live streaming, it's like this. I've got my own little environment, nobody's around me, and it's cool. But even like if one of my coworkers comes back here or something, then I start to feel nervous about talking to my camera or whatever. It's something you got to get used to. But anyway, I stepped outside of my comfort zone to do a live stream while being out in public, which I've never done before. I find it awkward. You know, recording videos out in public is different because you can just record like a 30-second clip real quick and then that's it. But doing a live stream, that's just a whole hour of just interaction, and it's different. It puts you into a different state. So it went better than I expected, so that's good. It was cool live streaming, but the interesting part happened afterwards. So after I'd live streamed for about an hour and a half, I didn't just like immediately leave the festival. I was still there, just walking around a little bit, just hanging out, seeing what I didn't get to see. Because like I said, when you're busy trying to do a live stream, you're kind of in a different environment. So I wanted to just check the place out without the live stream going. So yeah, the camera was off, but I was still there. Just looking around at things. And one of the volunteers from the event, I was standing in a line to get a drink, and one of the volunteers from the event came up to me and they were like, "Oh, I noticed that you were using your selfie stick, your tripod, and you're doing some recording or whatever." I was like, "Oh yeah, I was doing that. I'm a content creator or whatever." And then she told me that I got one of her colleagues, one of the other volunteers, in the background of one of my shots, and that made the volunteer uncomfortable. Which sucks. Obviously, that's not my intention to make anyone uncomfortable. It was weird for them to approach me because I did have permission to record at this event. I did have permission to record at this event, not only just because it's a public space, but this event specifically went out of their way on their website, on the main page where it lists like visitor information. It specifically states, attending this event, you consent to being on camera, this, that, pictures, photos, news, whatever. It says, attending this event, you consent to all that. Whatever. So not only do I have permission because it's a public space, but also, I mean, it's basically encouraged. Events like this gain traction by media coverage. And me with my camera, I'm just Joe Schmo. I've got 2 people watching. Imagine like a real news source rolls in with their cameras, and you're not going to walk up to like a news anchor or a news reporter and say, "Hey, my friend didn't appreciate being in the background of the news anchor," or something. It's like, I get it. You don't want to be there, but I didn't put you behind my camera. I put myself in front of the camera. And it's not my job to make sure you feel comfortable. If you don't like being out in public, there's plenty of like at-home desk jobs. Because I felt more uncomfortable with this person approaching me than this random person in the background of my clip. Like, nobody was even talking to her, yet they decided to come up to me and make like a statement about it. I don't know. It made me feel uncomfortable. After that, I left the line that I was in. I decided I'm not going to wait in line. I'm going to go home. I said, I'm thirsty. I've got water bottle in my car waiting for me. I've been out in the heat for too long. It's time to go home. Because that made me really uncomfortable. Because, from my perspective... One second.
Looking for a box. I'm going to ship that out.
Okay. You might just need like a 6-inch, 8.5 by 11 box. Oh, because that's 12 inches.
That's 12 inches. It's
Oh, this random box is this 12 inches? we go. I've got some brown paper to the left of the cutter to package. You're welcome. Yeah. It was weird. My boss is just back here. He's packing something in a box. I helped him find a box. I'll continue my story in a second. I guess it's very hard to get viewers these days by live streaming. Only gamers or cringe TikTokers are doing. We got a tornado warning. Let's go stand outside. You can probably the sirens going off. Let's go outside. Let's be storm chasers. I think it's just because I'm new to live streaming. I don't have an audience built up yet. You hear the tornado sirens? Doesn't even seem windy out here. It's the calm before the storm. Yeah. Yeah, they call this like Tornado Alley or something because in the US there's mountains over here, there's mountains over here, and then there's where I live, like Texas, Missouri, like Central America. Between the mountains, they call it Tornado Alley. Wind just kind of rolls through. All right, so to continue my story, I am someone who suffers from like social anxiety. I'm not so good. As I said, I mean, it was just awkward enough being out of my environment, live streaming while being out in public like that. But literally, if I didn't have my camera rolling, I wouldn't have even left my house that day. The only thing that gets me to be out in public is doing it for content. I don't ever do it for me. I rarely attend these festivals because it's something that I want to do. I mean, it is something that I want to do, but I don't have like a drive to do it. It's like I need an extra bit of motivation. So going out to do it for content, heck yeah, sign me up. But going out just to be out there and being surrounded by all these people, yeah, not interested. So for me, the camera is my way of feeling comfortable. But for other people, the camera makes them uncomfortable. And I don't know. It's tough. Everyone needs to feel comfortable, but you can't rely on other people for your comfort. Like, I can't make anybody else change to make me feel comfortable. Like, if that person doesn't like my camera, they can just walk to the side. I'm not like following them with my camera. That wasn't the point. If, Heisenberg, I make shorts like 2 or 3 times a week that get a lot of views. I'm doing just fine with my short form content. I get a lot of views and a lot of the short form content is what's driving my channel. So I make a bunch for that. And then the live streams, like I said, that's just kind of a new thing that I want to be able to build like more of a community, not just get a bunch of views. And the views are cool, but I don't know. This is cool too, just completely different. I like being able to do both. It's a career ladder European guy who's short, crazy famous. He meets celebs. There's Oh, I'm familiar with the career ladder guy. Yeah, I like his content. Hope you don't have to use the bladder because it's time for the career ladder. He's had a lot of good guests on there. So it started with just like, random nobodies. I always imagine like, what would I say if I were on the career ladder? I feel like it'd be an easy guess. I work with paper. We people come to us with their designs, and we have materials that the designs go on and they pay us. I don't know. I feel like it'd be an easy guess, but I like his content. He was live streaming with 30 viewers, but yeah, I think that's kind of how everybody starts. Nobody's watching at the beginning. But if you're able to persevere, then eventually the one person turns into two people, the two people turn into three, then it's five, then it's 10, and hopefully it just snowballs from there. But I don't think everybody has a chance. I think some people, even if you try a million times, I don't think it's an even playing field. I think some people are just more. Some people got the skills. This takes skills. It's not just. It looks easy. Seems like something anybody can do, but then you start doing it, and then you realize it's not as easy as it looks. All right, this machine's ready to go, so we're gonna try this again. Actually, I let it charge for longer than I needed, but I was just busy telling my story. I have been having a little story time. All right, so we'll send the first tester through there. All that did was put this line going down the middle. And the line is like a guide so that the paper folds nicely. Ideally, this one's not folding so nice. So it folds and you got a nice clean edge. And so when you test the folder, basically what you're looking for is that, the corners match up pretty good. And with one like this, you can see a little bit of like a white strip. So that means that the back is sticking out a little bit further than the front. And ideally, you want the front to stick out further than the back. Hello, Susan. Welcome to a live stream. Happy Monday. Are you still at work, or did you get off work early? Did you tell your boss that you need to watch a live stream, so you got to get off work early? I'm just making some folders. Step one was putting a crease in there to fold them. I'm just gonna adjust the crease by +1. Oh, you go back tomorrow. Okay, you're still on your little vacation. How was it? I can't remember what you said. I remember you said something, but I can't remember what. But hopefully you had a good time. Hopefully you ate lots of good food. This is going to be loud. Close your ears for a second. Okay. Attempt number 2. I keep getting tornado warnings here in Missouri. So hopefully the building doesn't crash down on me. You had a blast. Went to Alamo. Lots of clubs. Nice. All right. So attempt number 2, we fixed the white edge from the back cover sticking through. Now it's I'm holding it. I'm holding it in all the wrong ways. And honestly, since it's a folder and it's going to have pockets in there, it's not even going to close perfectly anyway. So I'm happy with this fold. So 2 down. I think there's like 100 here. It does say hello elevator. That's so funny. It automatically translates Heizen to elevator. Now I understand what Will's talking about. Girls trip. Lots of clubs. Were there any like signature drinks at the clubs? What's something that like was there something that you weren't sure was going to be good, but then you tried it and it was surprisingly good? That's how it was with I went to this brunch place and I tried an espresso teeny, like an espresso and a martini. And I didn't think it was going to be all that good, but I really liked it. Don't understand the concept. Music, drinks, dancing. Yeah, that's a club. Loud music. So loud. I don't go to clubs because it's hard to converse with people. Susan, your message got blocked because of the words that you said, which I don't know why. I turned the moderation. It's not supposed to filter out any comments, but I guess I have to look at the settings again. 7 and 7. That's a Seagram's 7. That's a good one. I mostly just drink like rum and cokes. But if there's something fancy on the menu, I might give it a shot. It filters them for me, and then I have to click to either show or hide it, and I've been clicking show. But even with the asterisks, that one also made me approve the message. So I don't know. You can't win with YouTube. All right. I don't know how I'm going to score these without making people's eardrums bleed, because this machine is loud. I mean, I want to like get it started. I'll put my camera like as far away from it as possible. And I'll just try to score them as quickly. I don't know. I'll make it work. Will you be able to see me? Put you guys all the way over here. This will be fun. I'm going to do it real quick. Entertain everybody. Thank you. Is it still pretty loud from all the way over here? Who are the folders for? I think they're for like a Jewish organization, a school, a Jewish school, a preparatory school. Gotta go refill it. They were printed once already, but they had an issue where these letters came out all blocky. It's supposed to look like that, but letters came out all blocky, so it had to be reprinted. So my schedule, I was all set up to where I wouldn't have had to use that machine during the live stream, but things changed. Very bearable. Okay, good. I'm glad. It's loud for me, just being in the same room as it. Normally I have my headphones on. My phone just rang because tornado warnings are still going off. I'm not too concerned, honestly. Do I work alone? Kind of, sort of. Nobody really works back here in the back with me. I can ask for help if I need help, but there's a few other people that work up front. In total, there's only like 7 people that work in this building, but we all kind of do our own thing. Seagram's and 7-Up. Yeah, it's a pretty decent drink. Maybe not one of my favorites, but definitely not bad. All right, just gotta refill it one more time, and that's probably the last time I'll have to do that. How many orders do I fill per day? It always depends. Last week was super busy. So far this week isn't nearly as bad as last week. This is only like my 4th job of the day, and the other jobs were small. So I knocked out the small jobs, and I figured this would be a good one for on live stream because it's more involved. But the idea was that you guys were going to watch me like attach the pockets to the folders. Having to use this machine was not in the plans. Yeah, make you want to stop at 2. Yeah. Drinks like that are deceptive. Whew. All right, we're finished with loud machines. And the papers always come off that machine super staticky, so they're like, they're not like square, not together. Yeah, all the machines back here I know how to run. And I know how to run the machines up front in case like somebody's missing and they need my help. There's a few machines around here where I'm like the only person who knows how to use it. Like that folder, if somebody else had to use that folder, it'd probably take them 4 times as long. Some of the machines were hard to learn, but luckily I had the benefit of time. The more times I got to use them, the more comfortable I got with them. There's like, when I first started working here, there were a lot of instances. I mean, most of these machines, we keep the operation manual for it. So there have been times where I was having to look things up in the operator's manual because, I mean, I would go and ask my boss, and you know, sometimes he would help me, or sometimes he would just say to go look it up in the book. And being able to look it up in the book and figure it out for yourself is a pretty good way to learn. So now I know if I do need anything, I can either find it in the book or it's just something that I've already looked for before, so I know it. How many years have I done this? Only like 3 or 4. I think I either started in January. I think I started in January of 2022. So it was all of 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so I've been here for 4 years. This is my 5th year. So I am a professional. I'm an expert at this point. I'm ready to retire. It's been 3 years and I don't know how half of my chemistry lab machines work. I look like I've done this my whole life. I feel like this job suits me pretty well. When I first started working here, it did feel like I expected to have more of a difficulty learning things, but I was a quick learner, which makes me feel like, I don't know, maybe it's the right job for me. Just moving some stuff around, and we'll do the next step of this process. So the next step is kind of a silly step. I once threw sodium in the sink for fun. Everyone had to evacuate. Yeah, that's... Did you get in trouble for that? Yep. prior to me working at this print shop, my first job was washing dishes at a diner, and that was my first job, and I pretty much kept that job as like a weekend job. So I had that job. Then my second job was a landscaping job, and I was doing landscaping during the week and washing dishes on the weekends. Then I replaced the landscaping job with a locksmithing job. So then the locksmithing job was my main job, and I was still washing dishes on the weekends. And it was through my dishwashing job. One of the customers actually told me, hey, I've got a friend with a print shop. They're looking to hire somebody. Are you interested? So that's where I found out about my current job, and it's been great. Now I don't need to keep that weekend job. I can just have this one job, and that's it. And it's really great. It is not something that I ever expected. It's just something that happened. So, I don't know. I'm thankful. Basically, all I'm doing right now is, since I scored them, now I'm just folding them all in half. But instead of doing one at a time, I'm taking sections and just folding them all. There's a purpose for this. After you fold them all, then you do need to break them apart into individuals. Yeah, no t-shirts today. I actually do have another t-shirt job. I think there's like, I don't know, four more t-shirts I need to make for a different customer than the other t-shirts were for. Yeah, it is a pretty chill job. As long as it can get a little hectic sometimes. Like last week was kind of hectic because we had a lot going on, and a lot of it was like urgent. And we're also a man down. One of our main customer support people, she's not in the office right now. She's got like a family thing going on. So she's having some time off. So we really don't even know when she's going to be back in. So we've got people kind of covering her position up front. And we're all just kind of stretched a little bit thin. So last week was pretty hectic, but teamwork. As long as we all kind of work together, even in the hectic moments, it can still be calm and peaceful. All right, so I basically just folded all the folders together like this. But now what I need to do next, let me get you a lower camera angle. I'm gonna do this. Fold each folder. Yo, it's Will. Hey, what's up, Will? You came to watch me make folders. Actually, funny thing is, this is nostalgic for me. The first ever live stream I've done at this job was making folders. But that was over on TikTok. Gangin' bangin'. That's another message that got flagged for review. Packing up. Oh! Got another short coming out? What'd you find? More Black and Milds? More Smirnoff Ice? I'll make sure to pitch this coffee cup when I'm done with it and not just leave it laying around. You know, my boss, however, leaves his coffee cups laying around everywhere. That's why I always draw like lines or something. I used to write the letter L for Luke. Then I started doing this series on YouTube where I would write a letter on the top of the coffee cup. Banana blunt wraps, nice. You don't find those every day. I was doing a YouTube series where I would write a letter on the top of the coffee cup and say, whoever's name starts with this letter owes you a coffee. Then I kind of stopped doing that, and instead of writing random letters, then I started writing random symbols. So now I got squiggly lines, but I also have 6-7 written right there, real tiny. So that's my coffee cup this week. It'll be something different next week. You got to get to work, yeah. Not everyone has the luxury like I do to just live stream and work and chat. I'm living the life over here. I need something. I need something that was right here and now it's not right here. It's called sticky finger. I'll let you use your imagination. I I know it was like right here. It's this pink stuff that you put on your fingers. You know how like when you're reading a book to turn a page, you gotta lick your finger to turn the page. Well, you don't want to lick your fingers when you work at a print shop. Exactly. You don't want to lick your fingers when you work at a print shop. So you've got this pink stuff that you put your fingers in. It's called sticky finger. And I know I had it. I don't know where it went. I feel like it went in the trash can. Well, I guess I don't need it. Anyway, happy Monday. Today is just nothing is really going according to plan. Sticky Finger is a crazy name. Hopefully I'm not making up that name. I think that's what it's actually called. Maybe somebody needed to borrow it? I give up. I give up looking for it. This is much easier with sticky fingers, but it'll work. Dilly Bopper? I think I've heard Dilly Bopper. I think I just call it like whatchamacallit or doohickey thingamajig. Dingleheimer. Yeah, that's... I don't think I've ever heard that one. Normally I can do this much faster, but these are slippery. I know, like, as soon as I finish this, then I'm gonna find that sticky finger. This is the boring part. We were supposed to start with the fun part. I can't stop looking for it. It's an unfinished thought. Can you blast out music as well while you work? I can. You want some music? I'll put on some music. That's my desk right there in the background, my computer. So if I wanted to play music, I would just play it from my computer and have a little speaker. So it must be fun singing and dancing in such a big place while working. If I were playing music, there's a good chance I'd be dancing right now. There have been a couple of times where my coworkers have walked back here and they've walked in on me dancing. or dancing, moving my body in strange ways. You fold all those by hand. I've got a machine for it, but these are... I thought I could do this quickly, but it's... If I knew it wasn't going to go as quick as I wanted it to, I probably would have used the machines. Yeah, but this ain't working out so well. That's the machine. So theoretically, I could change gears. We can use the machine to knock them out real quick. Oops, sorry. Let's hit you with a bag of rubber bands. So this is a folding machine. The last thing I folded on this was like a tri-fold brochure. It was actually for the same customer. Same job. This is what I did previously. And it's a tri-fold. So it folds the one, then folds the other. This job will be much easier because it's just a single fold. And it already has the score line in it. So, the first fold and the second fold, but since I don't need the second fold, I take out the bottom one and I rotate it. Because it has like an edge that the paper can't go through. Okay, so now we got it set up where it's only using the top folder, and you load the paper on this side, then it... I'll flip you around. So, I load the paper right up here. It goes in, and this tells it where to fold. So I need this to go 9 inches. So I bring that up to 9 inches. The top of the paper will slide through, it'll hit that block, and then it'll fold over onto itself and go through the machine and come out through here, essentially. And it will be much quicker than doing it with my hands. But if I had that sticky finger, then man, I would have been folding. I wish you guys could have seen me at my prime. That would have been great. So I just need to set this up real quick. Just get it aligned so nothing goes in crooked. Start with just a single piece as a tester. Actually, the cool thing is, since these have a score line in them, you don't even have to be super precise. It just pops out of the bottom and it's good to go. How long did it take to learn all the machines? A while. Some machines, it's like I learned like one at a time. When I first started working here, I was like following other people around, like watching what they would do rather than doing it myself. Then eventually it's like I would feel comfortable. I would pick up this job and say, I can do this one myself. I can do that one myself. But if it was more involved, then I would have to watch somebody else do it a few more times. So different machines took different amounts of times. But probably after my first year of being here, I had most of it down. Heisenberg says he definitely would have printed some nasty stuff on those big sheets and sent it to friends. There's one customer that we have who's a photographer, and his wife is a model, a naked model, and he has sent us some of her photographs fully exposed. He's had us frame her body multiple times. In fact, up on that shelf, those rolls, a few of those are some of those prints, but I can't show it on YouTube because, get it all for myself, not sharing with any of you. So, I don't know if there's anything crazy that I've done for myself. I've done stuff for myself, like I printed my own business cards, but I haven't done anything raunchy like that. Not for myself. So anything you can print. Yeah, we can. I've even printed on like wood. We have a whole door that we printed on. This whole door we printed here at the shop on that machine. So that's a flatbed printer. We can put anything on it, even a door, and then it just jets over the top, laying down ink. As long as it fits, we can print on it. And then this is wood that we've printed on. These are like ceramic tiles. We have picture framing. Here's a weird picture we've done. We got t-shirts here I need to do. All kinds of stuff. How long have I been there? You guys chatted a lot. This is my chattiest live stream. I've been here for about 4 years, I think I just calculated. You must have kept some for yourself. Hey. Blur the face on YouTube is good with the rest. Now you guys got messages that are being hidden. You guys are being naughty down there. It's just about like self-expression, I guess. I don't know. I never saw the appeal. I would never want to go naked on camera. Unless the price is right, But yeah, not my thing. Heisenberg, I'll DM you a picture of those pictures if you want. I'll take care of you, don't worry. All right. This machine, I've tried to use this machine on camera before, and it's pretty loud too. But I don't have too many of these to fold, so just bear with the noise for, 2 minutes, and then we'll be through. In fact, I'll get this started, and then I'll move you further away so you don't have to hear it. The machine's not even cooperating with the paper. It doesn't even want to pull them through. I'm going to have to stand there and hold my hand on it. All right. See, I should have just done it by hand, right? Not that loud? Okay. It's loud for me, just being here next to the machines. Normally I have headphones on while I'm working. Familiar sounds. All right. Now we finally get to the fun part. I think the best place for you, I have lights I can turn on. That's not going to work. Ums and ohs. And some bounce, 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 chicka, 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 bounce, bounce. All right, so you got a folder. I need to grab a tape gun, but I just set up my tripod, so give me 2 seconds. I've got my tape. And this is a pocket. This is a folder. We need to turn it into a pocket folder by attaching the pocket to the folder. This pocket goes on the left side, and I'm going to need to put blank pockets on the right side. My blank pockets are right here. Let me grab them. And for this to make sense in my brain, I have to do the right side first. So this is just a stack of blank pockets that I made in advance. Hold on, my brain. Boys will be boys. All right. So essentially, you've got 2 flaps. You fold it, you fold it. Fold them in. The tape goes on the inside of the flap. I got my tape gun here. Okay. So there's tape on there. I take my folder and I put the corner of it into this right angle that I have made out of magnets, and I take my pocket and I drop it down onto the corner, and I fold it over. So that's how I make sure the pocket is perfectly placed, and that's on there. So that's one pocket. So then I spin it around that way so I can do the other pocket. See, so I got the one right angle, I've got the other right angle. So that's why I got to do the right pocket before the left pocket. So, and it's confusing because, I mean, essentially the pockets are the same. Like they have the fold on the same side, but without the printing on it, you don't know which is the front. So these ones actually rotate that way and fold on the other side. That's why it gets a little bit confusing. That's why I need to kind of do it in order so I know which is which. Because, yeah, this folds the opposite way of the other pocket. It's hard to explain. Oh, got the other pocket. This time the long side goes first. Tape it down, fold it over, press it on. Bada bing, bada boom. That is a completed folder. So You can take it, you can put your documents in there. Take it to school with you. Cool? So that's how you make a pocket folder. Crazy to see how things are made. Yeah, I mean, it's cool because I work with like real, like practical things. Like these really are things that people use on a regular basis. Baby making videos. Yeah, there's videos on how those are made too. They're just taped. I feel like maybe not all of them are made the same way, but yeah, that's definitely how we make ours. Yeah. So that is one down out of... There's only 100 of these. Honestly, that's not bad. But since there's 2 pockets, it's like 200. But some jobs only want 1 pocket. Gotta kind of remember. Okay. But now I probably should put on music, because I'm just going to be going to town with this. Dang, we're already an hour and 12 minutes into the live stream. This is how I wanted to start the live stream. I was all set up and ready to go, but then this job needed to be reprinted, so we're finally, after an hour and 12 minutes, at the beginning. Feel outnumbered by the boys. I'm so sorry. Will, Teeth has never been to any of my live streams. Sonia's been to one of them. I think it's just not a good time for them. It's like right at dinner time for them. And you don't want to interrupt dinner. Don't interrupt dinner with work. Yeah. It's nice to have all you guys here, though. The previous couple of live streams I've done, a couple of, I don't know. I had a couple people pop in who are unrelated to your live stream. But I haven't really gotten too many like repeat viewers yet. Like the people who popped in yesterday aren't here. The people who popped in, I don't know. Yeah, no repeat viewer. Oh no. You see what happens? What happens when I start talking is glue the pocket on sideways. This pocket was supposed to be, you know, down here, and now it's right there. I'm sure there's extras. I'm gonna set this one to the side. So, how did that go? I think I need to flip my folders over, or my pockets over. Because I want to be able to grab the pockets. I think I grabbed it and then flipped it. It's so... You get so backwards thinking about this. Because it folds that way. Okay. I need to grab it and turn it like a book. Fold it and fold it. This was taped on. This has fallen on the floor 100 times. And has been taped on. And it'll always fall back off. I should just tape it back on. Sonia's not here. But hello, Teeth, welcome. Thank you, Susan. Yes, let's all be slackers. I'm being productive. I'm making folders. Just tell your boss that you're helping me. Because clearly I can't do this on my own. I will mess up. I'll put my pockets on crooked. Yeah, sideways folders. How about this? Any sideways folders, I'll give them to you guys. Pa-pa. That's literally only three finished. All right. So this one, I turn it, I fold it. If you guys hear something, the air compressor just kicked on. If it's too loud, I can go shut it off. Sonia's thinking of live streaming too? She should. Why not? Not loud. Okay, thank you. She's watching silently. Hello, Sonia. Hopefully all is well. Let's see if I can get you guys a better camera angle too. Dang. Now see, I keep folding these. So this is wrong. And I don't know how to explain it. It needs to fold like the opposite way. I just gotta find the right rotation to where I grab it and fold it the correct way. I don't know why I'm struggling so much with this. Hi, Sonia. Yeah, we'll see how long I could go with no paper cuts doing this. Let's see, I was gonna get you guys a better angle. Maybe like that. Yes, I'm definitely having a Monday, Susan. Hey, thank you all for joining my live stream. No machines for taping. Yeah, no, I am the machine for taping. But clearly a machine that needs to be maintained because I'm having too many issues over here. My coworkers are in the other room.
Yeah, FedEx, and you're gonna FedEx it or something. Yes, I got it.
How's everyone's Monday going? not only have I had a bunch of things not go according to plan, but there's also been tornado warnings, and yeah, it's definitely been a Monday over here. I think, are you guys talking about stuff that I don't need to be reading? Anyway. At this point, I'm an hour and 20 minutes in, so I'm kind of... I told my good story already before most of you got here. I could repeat it. Hairy balls. Yes. Such a Monday. Tomorrow, first of many exams. Well, good luck with your exams. I've done TikToks, taping and folding and stuff where I'm not talking over it, and I have labeled them as ASMR. I thought about doing like a dough commentary. Maybe I'll do that next live stream. ASMR live stream. Oops. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna need to tape this cover on. It keeps falling off every time I move my tape gun. So there's like 100 of these I have to do, and I've done like 5, 6. Sorting out the flaps. Yeah. Well, I've got to fold the flaps. I got to fold the flaps and then tape the flaps and then attach the flaps. I'm going to retell the story I told earlier. So yesterday's live stream, I went to an Earth Day festival, and they were serving like all vegan food there. So that was pretty cool. Obviously, I went there to do content, and normally I would do one of those things and like record video clips. This time I decided to live stream it. So it's like the first time I've ever done a live stream being like out and about, out in public. So it was like awkward talking to my camera, and I don't know, it was different. But the interesting part that happened... Hey Rajna, what's up? After I finished my hour-and-a-half long live stream walking around this festival, I had somebody approached me afterwards, and they said, one of the volunteers at the event approached me afterwards, and they said that one of the other volunteers, while I was doing my live stream, apparently they were like in the background of the live stream. So this other volunteer came up to me to tell me that that made the other volunteer uncomfortable. All I could do was like apologize, because I mean, at the moment when they came up to me, it was already over and done with. My camera, I mean, the live stream was over. My camera wasn't rolling. There was nothing I could have done except apologized. So I apologized, and she followed up by saying, I know you're allowed to record and you're allowed to do this and that, and it shouldn't be an issue, but like, just be more considerate or whatever. I'm like, okay, you know. So it's like, I don't know. I wasn't like intentionally trying to get that person in the background or whatever. I was already feeling like uncomfortable recording or live streaming during the events. So for that person to like approach me afterwards, that made me feel even more uncomfortable, and I didn't even have the camera rolling at that point. But I kind of just left the festival after that. I almost kind of wish I still had the camera recording when she approached me, but I think she like specifically waited until the camera was off. I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. I'm not going to stop recording my videos though, because for me, without having my camera running, I'm like the opposite of this other person. If I wasn't going out for content, then I wouldn't leave my house. You know, having my camera running is the only reason I was at an event like that. I'm not so good at like, especially because like, I texted one of my friends to see if he wanted to. I texted one of my friends to see if he wanted to go to this event with me, but he was busy. And that's like how it always goes. My friends are always busy, so I'm typically going out and doing things by myself. And I'm fine with doing things by myself. But when you're by yourself and you're at an event like that where you're surrounded by millions of people, and it's like everybody's got somebody to talk to, but you feel alone despite being surrounded by 10,000 people or whatever. Basically my point is having the camera on, doing this is me. This is my form of interaction. I'm not so good in these big social environments. I'm good on camera, I guess. So I guess it's one of those, it sucks that it's making somebody else uncomfortable doing the only thing that makes me comfortable. Sorry that they got caught up in the background of my, but it's not like anybody is gonna go back and watch the stream. On the spectrum, me? Yeah, probably. Probably somewhere on that spectrum. No, I just have like anxiety. I don't know. That was just a weird thing that happened. I retold the story. I think I told it better the first time. Let me see. Hold on. I have notes. I've been taking notes for things that I want to talk about on stream. Erotica stories, yes. Oh, okay. One of the points I was going to make with this person who didn't like me live streaming, I'm just like a nobody. You know, I've got like 2 people watching. At these types of events, they've got like much bigger channels, much larger creators than me. Like, I'm just the guy with 2 viewers, and why are you coming up to me saying this person's in the background? There's... All I know is there's rain coming down. It's very loud on the ceiling. There's much bigger fish to fry than me. That's all I'm saying. I'm sure you guys can hear that rain. Anyway, what other talking points do I have? Let me, I was going to show something. Let me see if I can do a thing on YouTube. Yes. I've got meat. What do you think of that? They call this... Since I've been doing my meal prep. Ground beef is expensive. I've been trying to find the best price, comparing my normal grocery my normal grocery store is called Schnucks. I checked their price. I didn't really like their price. I didn't like Walmart's price. I didn't like Aldi's price. The best price I could find was at Costco if you buy these 10-pound tubes. So this, they call this a 10-pound chub. This is a 10-pound chub of lean ground beef. So I had somebody pick this up for me, and it's great. It's just so funny. I mean, look at it. When I took the picture, I was trying to show off my biceps and obviously make it look a little bit funny. Yeah, every message is being held for review right now. This topic is... how do I turn off the green screen? All right, we're back in the print shop. What other talking points do I have? Oh, so this week, my Bevo, my restaurant that I go to on Wednesdays, I should be actually working while I'm talking. On Wednesdays, I go to a restaurant and I record that $10 supper series. Well, this week, they're having a repeat. They're just serving fried chicken again. And I've already done a video on the fried chicken. So I was thinking I might do like an evening live stream where I live stream my Bevo meal. Because I still want to go there and support them, and it's still a good value, you know, $10. I just don't want to make another video on it because it's going to be the same video I've already done. So I might live stream it, or... You know, I invite people to, like, join me at the restaurant. I've invited my mom, I've invited my friend, and they're all, oh, maybe when I'm free, or, you know, nobody ever comes to join me. So I'll live stream it, I'll bring you guys. Except, since it'll be the evening for me, you all will be asleep, so... No one's really gonna be there. But it's kind of the only thing I can think of for, like, incorporating food into my live streams. I guess I could sit down and eat right now. I am getting hungry. But we've already been live for like an hour and a half, so I'm probably going to end soon. I brought out my meat, and now the conversation got bad. I knew I had to talk about it. That was one of my best talking points. Yeah, I hope you guys took screenshots and got the full picture. Bruising beef. Yeah, it definitely would. Lukey got massive arms as well. Anaconda. Oh. Oh, yeah, we'll raid Will's stream. How long That means I have to stay live for another 23 minutes. I mean, I guess I could. We can. I need more coffee, though. Where's Susan? Susan must have got scared away. Or passed out from excitement. Too excited, too flustered. A little overheated. The good old ground browns. Yeah, this one's almost empty, but my boss came in clutch with the new coffee. Yeah, I trust whatever Heisen has to say about whatever he's talking about. Sure. Good job, Heisenberg. Keep talking. Keep telling. Actually, Heisenberg, the ladies prefer the smaller ones, so you might be too big. I'm thankful that I'm not nearly as slammed this week as I was last week. Because doing something like this, where you have to tape pockets onto a folder, it's fine to do something like this when it's calm, when you don't have a bunch of pressing jobs. But when I have like 100 other things to do, something like this just takes way too long. I'm certainly not going fast. All right. Here's another talking point. I actually had this written down from like last Friday, but I never talked about it, so I'll talk about it now. So when I was pulling into work last Friday, it was raining. It was raining pretty bad. And outside of my work, there's like a loading dock with an overhang. So when they bring in paper, if it's raining or whatever, it's not going to get rained on. So under this overhang, when I pulled into work on Friday, there was a dude chilling out, hanging out under the overhang so that he wouldn't get rained on. And it was like, 8:30 in the morning. He's out there under this overhang, and he's drinking like a bottle of, I don't know, whiskey or something, rum, alcohol. He was just drinking early in the morning, sitting out in the rain under this overhang. Meanwhile, I'm pulling into work. So he's out in the rain getting his drink on. I'm pulling into work on a Friday morning. You talk like you're composing a poem. Yeah, I'm really bad at talking. My words are like one at a time, I know. Anyway. It was just kind of like a big contrast. I'm like, this guy, we're in the same location, except the difference is he's outside of the building and I'm inside of the building. Like I'm getting paid to be here, to be safe from the rain. I spend my day safe from the rain and I get paid for it. Whereas he's sitting outside and not getting paid for it. And it's like, at some point, you know that, like, nobody can change that person's life except for them. And it's like, how come nothing is going to convince them that it's so much nicer inside of here than outside of there? Like, how come they don't get that concept? I'm fully convinced that people choose that lifestyle. Maybe they don't choose it at first, but at some point they decide that that is the best life for them, and then they don't do anything to fix it. Guys, I'm upset. I knocked my coffee over. It's all on the floor. What are you guys even talking about? I can't follow chat. I gotta clean up my coffee that I spilled. I'm very upset. I got rags. Chat gets wild. Yeah. I'm gonna need to I'm gonna need to like get an AI summary of the chat after the yeah, I gooned until my drink spilled. Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there. I gotta clean up my mess. Yeah, you know what they say, don't cry over spilled milk, but you can cry over spilled coffee. You guys keep sending messages that get held for review. And I have to keep clicking show. I swear I enabled a setting that said don't moderate any messages, just let them all through, but they're still being blocked. Yeah. So days like today where it's raining, I think about all the people who just would rather stay outside than to go somewhere and fill out a job application. So I know as a fact, like my old job, washing dishes at a restaurant, it's not the most cushy job out there, but it'll pay you. You'll get out of the rain. They're not gonna, it's a dishwashing job. They're not gonna care about, you're not getting drug tested. You're not getting background checked. It's just show up for your hours and then you get paid for it. And I don't know, people just would rather be out in the rain. Not me. Oh, new refrigerator. Hey, congratulations. Refrigerators are expensive, so I don't envy your wallet, but it's good that you got a new fridge. Yeah, those are the real questions. I need to know about the ice dispenser too. You ever... It's funny because even the refrigerators that have the ice dispenser things... This is my water bottle, my daily carry. It does not fit most refrigerator door water ice things. Just drinking regular water today. I don't have any flavorings added to it, but I will probably add one to it later. These are those... Every message is being held for review. That's just Sonia's messages. Hey, Sonia, don't be cheeky. These are the sugar-free electrolyte packet things that I was talking about. See? 5 calories and all these different nutrients, and they're good. And they taste good. And yeah, it's got aspartame and maltodextrin, and like I said, I mean, my stepmom is hypoglycemic, so she cannot have sugar. So I grew up in a household that most of the things we had were sugar-free. So I'm just used to it, I guess. I'm used to the sugar-free flavor, the artificial sweetener. Doesn't bother me. So, but I've got 3 different flavors. I got a blueberry, strawberry watermelon, and then this one is nasty. It's supposed to be like Sonic Limeade, but it's not a very strong flavor, so you mostly just taste water with a little hint of weirdness. Yeah, Element is good. These ones are just... This is like the dollar store version of Element. But I know Element is good because all of the YouTubers in like the health and fitness, they're all sponsored by Element. So hey, add Element to your drink. And use my coupon code at checkout for 10% off your order. Who specifically did you find them through? Who is Susan watching besides me and Will? Ooh, 9 minutes until Will's live stream. I'm ready to pass the baton. This has been fun, but this is my longest live stream so far, and I can feel it. Her name is Paige. Paige. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Paige, but I hope you enjoy. Oh, and matter of fact, as soon as it's time for Will's live stream, that means I get to eat. I'm hungry. But yeah, Will, I totally get what you mean. Now that everybody's in my chat room, YouTube is doing that autocorrect thing, changing Heisen to elevator. So now I'm seeing everybody say elevator. So I get what you mean. We can all be relieved that Will's not going crazy. It's just YouTube. Are we hopping lives? We're gonna live hop. Will's gonna start live streaming. We're all gonna flood over there. It's gonna be great. Yeah, can't wait to see you all there. But let's try to end this one with a bang. I know you guys have kind of been banging the whole time, but let's see if we can top it. What's the craziest thing we can do right here at the end? Somebody mentioned dancing earlier. Should I start dancing? Did you guys know I can break dance? I'll start break dancing if I have to. Twerk. That's all you get. I'll do an Irish jig. Why is twerk hidden? I'm better at wall twerking than standard twerking. Does that make sense? Like flip me upside down, then I have gravity working in my favor rather than against me. Well, my pick with my 10 pounds of meat, I think that's all you need to picture. You don't need to. That's as exposed as you need to get. I don't show just anybody pictures of my meat. You hear me? And, well, by the end of this, has everybody learned how to make a folder? This is how. You're live. I'm live, apparently. I don't know what happened, but YouTube just said, you're live. So I must have gotten disconnected. Heisen starts OnlyFans. Sonia spent all her money on him, and you're homeless. And then you'll be the one sitting outside of my work in the rain, drinking your bottles, and I'll be shaking my head at you saying you could have been nice and warm inside of the building, but addicted to Heisenberg's OnlyFans got you there. Well, now I know how people get there. They're addicted to OnlyFans, which makes sense. I think there probably are people spending too much money on OnlyFans and those types of things, resulting in housing issues. That's probably a real thing. Dude was probably out there gooning. I pulled up on him. Probably had an early release. Poor guy. Well, this is how many folders I managed to get done in that time. Not as many as I would have hoped. Like I said, I was intending... I should have started with the attaching the pockets, but the job had to be reprinted, so I didn't get to start as early as I would have liked to. I had to do some catch-up. Yeah, I never did find my sticky finger. That's probably, I mean, it's literally got to be like around here somewhere. It was probably here, and I probably moved it. How many times can I say probably? I was cleaning off this space so that I had somewhere to work. And it was probably here until I cleaned this space off. See you next stream. Yes. See ya in like a minute for your stream. Catch you all very soon. There have been a lot of messages that were flagged by YouTube. A lot of them I tried to get to and allow the message to show, but I know some of them slipped through, and I apologize for that. I'll try to mess with the settings to make sure I don't want to have to allow everything. You guys are cool. I think I just need to... I think I need to know... I think I know what I need to do. I just got to do it. Anyway, I think... Did Will just go live? Is that what my notification says? No. Maybe. I had, I uploaded a video yesterday where I ordered something from a restaurant and I did a food review on it. Then somebody in the comments was like, that's not Bicol Express. And I'm like, well, that's what you could hear me order that, and that's the food that they brought me. So they're telling me that I'm wrong, but it's like, you're not really telling me that I'm wrong. You're telling like the person at the restaurant that what they call Bicol Express isn't the same thing that you call. It's not me saying that. I mean, your issue is with the restaurant, I guess, but I don't know how to have those conversations with people without it sounding objective. You having a crazy sandstorm? I'm having a rainstorm, a thunderstorm, and tornado warnings. I completely ignored every tornado warning that came to my phone, and look at me. I'm fine. I survived the tornado. I have like a million notifications on my phone from all the, there's a storm coming, there's a storm coming, take shelter. Voicemails and phone calls and text messages and emails and National Weather Service announcements. Storm toilets. I don't think you're supposed to use the toilet when it's storming. I think the lightning is gonna come through the pipes and shock your asshole. So I've heard. Don't know from personal experience. What was the beeps? Did I beep? If I beeped, then it was probably more tornado warnings. That sounds gross. Welcome to my desk. Beautiful, beautiful wallpaper. Is Will live yet? Is it time to go raid him? It's 2. It's time. I'm gooning right now. You don't even know. Am I even allowed to say that on YouTube? Yes, this is my little corner, my goon corner. Matter of fact, I should put up like a curtain. There's just a little, I should put up a curtain right there and I'm good. Nobody will be able to see me. I'm not trying to get rid of you. I'm trying to get rid of myself. I've been live streaming for too long. I don't even know how to talk anymore. Well, hey, you two enjoy yourselves. Yeah, I think there's actually, I thought I had my Windows wallpaper extend to both of the displays, but it's actually just duplicated. So, oh, the sirens are going off again. Yeah, more tornado warnings. Let's go outside. Ooh, it got super dark out there. Hold on. If a tornado gets me, I want it to happen live. Let's go outside. Whew. Gray skies. scary. I'm not scared. The tornado won't get me. I'm strong. I'm stronger than a tornado. Sirens are loud. Alright. Well, I got the notice that our good friend, The Ride Home with Will, is now live. So let's all go raid his live stream and wrap this one up. If anybody's still listening, I appreciate you being here with me. This was a lot of fun. Can't wait for the next one. Potentially we'll be live again tomorrow. We'll see. It depends on, I don't know, depends on how my workday looks. I've been getting lucky squeezing in live streams. I don't know if I'll always get lucky, but I will try. So, thank you all. It's nice chatting with you. I will see you over on the Ride Home with Will's live stream. Let's all go head over there. Sonia, I'm still going to be hanging out with you, just in a different spot. It's okay. It's not you, it's me. It's YouTube. Anyway, thank you all, and we will see you next time. Goodbye, take care, peace out.